And good evening, SFL Nation, and welcome to Lucy Red Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, the site of tonight's Week 2 matchup between two teams who got their victories last week. It is the Bossier City Steamers and the Lexington Miners. With the Commissioner Cameron Irvine back at SFL headquarters, this is T. Roy Gaines, and my partner tonight is Alex West. Alex, we have two teams who won last week. Lexington won with a strong running game and a great defense, while the Steamers won with a great passing attack during a offensive affair. Alex, what are your thoughts for tonight's game?
Well, it's kind of the question of the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, but I think something to watch is to see if Lexington's offense is able to wake up after a rather underwhelming showing in week 1. I think a lot of fans expected more out of that ball club, and to see if they can keep up both on the offensive side and even on the defensive side of the ball as the high-powered, high-flying Bossier City pass attack.
All right, well, let's see what happens tonight. Someone's gots to go. Who will remain undefeated? Let's find out as week 2 of the SFLm season continues. Bossier City will get the ball first to start today's game. And we are underway here in Lexington, Kentucky. Ball is fielded by Ronnie Shanahan Jr., who takes it to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Steamers will start their first possession of the game. Let's go over the offensive stars. At quarterback is Silas Christensen. The running backs are Ronnie Shanahan Jr. and Patrick Ritling. Wide receivers Xavier Knight, Nolan Pierce, and Bryce Lee. Tight ends Leon Castle, Adam Grabowski, and Robert Henson Jr. And their kickers John Smith. Those are your offensive stars for Bossier City as they get ready for their first possession with good field position at the 30-yard line. Two wide receivers to the far side of Christensen, and this will be a carry and a 2-yard gain by Patrick Ritling. Let's go over to defensive stars. Tackle made by Casper Haddock, who's joined in the linebacking position with Iggy Turner. Defensive stars are Baron Wentz and Brendan Puff. Corner is Mike Bird. Safeties are Big O Renfro, Kevin Say, and Johnny Savage Jr. Those are the defensive stars for Lexington. Also, congrats to Renfro, who just won a championship with Florida last week. He's the two-way player. 2nd and 8. Christensen will quick pass. It is caught by Sandcastle. It'll be 3rd and 1 coming up.
Big moment, 3rd and 1. Let's see what the offensive coordinator has in his bag of tricks to try and go get what looks to be like maybe a yard and a half.
Split backfield for 3rd and 1. And be a pass over the middle. No, it was dropped. Adam Grabowski had a chance to catch it, but the champion Renfro was able to disrupt that pass. It's now 4th and 1.
The exact kind of defensive start that the home crowd wanted to see. Now a big moment. Let's see. Hold your breath. See if there's a fake. We saw one last week in Bossier City's first 4th down.
And we will not say. Fielded inside the 20 by West, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for Lexington. Let's go over their offensive stars. Ethan Flowers is the quarterback. Running backs are Deion James and Michael Grant Jr. Wide receivers are Riley Porter Jr., Alex West, and C.J. Parrish. Tight ends are Neil McNeil and Jimmy Went. The tackle, Landon Stone. Those are offensive stars for Lexington. They got trips formation to the right for Ethan Flowers. And this will be a carry. And it will be a 4-yard gain by Deion James. Let's go over to defensive stars for Bossier City. Elwin Ellis is the defensive end. Backers are Zach Benjamin and Greg Ward. Corners are Luke Schreiner, Ryan, and Michaela Forker. Safeties are Billy Beers and JoJo Salizzi. Those are your defensive stars for Bossier City. They face a 2nd and 6. This will be a toss play to the new running back, Michael Grant Jr. with a nice carry. A 3.5-yard carry, 30 inches coming up.
And that was just some beautiful blocking by the front unit. You saw a wave of gray jerseys picking up white jerseys. One-on-one matchups were won. Lots of yards gained.
3 inches coming up. And this will be a carry for James. And he able to muscle his way forward for a first down. It'll be first coming up for the Miners. First third down conversion of the game by either team goes to Lexington. No backs in the backfield, 2-2 formation. As Flowers drop back, finds the receiver, but great job by Ryan Cook disrupting the pass. Pass was intended to C.J. Parrish.
And that's some physical defensive play right there by the corner, making sure to be patient until the ball is arriving, and then and only then does he lay the hit. That's how you make it a legal hit and disrupt a pass.
Same formation, we got Deion James as one of the receivers. We got a man in motion. That is Jimmy Wynn. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 37-yard line. As Flowers will throw. And there's a miscommunication there. Ball falls harmlessly to the turf. It'll be a 3rd and long coming up.
Not the greatest start to the passing attack there, but there's more throws to come.
10 coming up. Deion James is the lone setback. 2-2 formation again. And Flowers will throw once again. Pass to the right side. Caught for a first down by C.J. Parrish. The drive stays alive. That's their second third down conversion.
And that's some great concepts that's happening on the weak side of the football there. You see how the outside receiver has a route that has him coming in across the middle, and CJ is on the inside there and has an forward and then breaking out route. Some clever scheming to get a favorable one-on-one matchup there on the outside.
That was a nice delivered pass by Flowers, thrown into the inside where the defender could not make a play. And it's now 1st and 10 on Bossier City's side of the field. Ball at their own 47-yard line. And this will be a carry by Michael Grant Jr., a 3-yard gain. Michael Grant Jr. is the new running back in town, and so far is making a good impression for Lexington.
Definitely. At 5'6", he's got the short stature needed to slip in some of those more narrow holes that the 6'2" James just can't squeeze through.
And it's 6:35 left in this first quarter. Flowers fires it over the middle and it's picked off. Tip drill is complete. Picked off by number 30 of Bossier City, and they will take over.
And that's just a rough decision by Flowers there, who decides to try and hit West, but that's a double coverage there. The safety is there to help. The corner is in the way, disrupting the route, and the corner gets a hand on it first. That makes West a legal target who gets leveled and by Shalizzi, and that's just a nice little takeaway for Bossier City.
And we'll start their next drive at their own 36-yard line. Split backs in the backfield for Bossier City. Patrick Rugley is in motion. And Christensen will pass to the middle. Pass is caught by Grabowski, a 9-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd and 1. And the fans in Lexington is not happy right now. We'll see how the defense responds. 2nd and 1 coming up. Rutling is the one dotting the I. Robert Henson Jr. is in front of him as the fullback. This will be a carry for Rutling. He gets the first down, breaks the tackle, and takes it to Lexington's side of the field. It'll be 1st and 10.
And that's a great broken tackle by Rudlang. You see how the way was kind of parted there, but he is able to shuck off the attempt in the open field by Big O Renfro to bring him down there. Big O still slowed him down enough for someone else to come in and clean it up, but...
Tackle was made by Iggy Turner of Lexington. It'll be 1st and 10 for Bossier City. It'll be a pass, and it's caught by number 11, Xavier Knight, who reaches to the edge and takes it inside the 5-yard line. It'll be go after that great splash play.
And what a throw tonight. We've been waiting for it. That's the league's leading receiver. And there you see why. He just absolutely burns the corner, has at least 2 steps of separation. The ball is thrown on time and on target. Johnny Savage does make the tackle to save the touchdown, but there was no stopping that pass.
1st and goal coming up at the 3-yard line, Lexington. Running is the running back. But this will be a quick pass, and it is caught by Robert Henson Jr., but 2nd and goal coming up. Going back to Xavier Knight, you just mentioned he is the leading receiver in the SFL. Entering this week's action, he has 14 receptions now. Well over 200 yards receiving, averaging 16 yards per catch. He already has 1 touchdown. But this will be, wow, it looked like it's going to be a carry for the running back, but it was interrupted by the D-line, and Christensen was able to sneak in for a touchdown for Bossier City.
And that's one that just kind of defies belief, doesn't it? You've got the defender who's made penetration into the backfield, gets his hands on the quarterback. Casper Haddock looked to have Christensen dead to rights, but Christensen just tucks the ball into his chest, squeezes it, shimmies his shoulders to break loose, and then just takes the 3 steps he needs because he only needed half a yard.
The first rushing touchdown of the season for Christensen. And it's now 7-0 Bossier City with 4:35 left in the first quarter. And everyone, if you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click join the community button and begin your career, or just to meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. Again, please join us. We are waiting for you in the Shadow Realm. Parrish with the return, a great one as he takes it to the 30-yard line of Lexington. That's where they start their second possession. And Lexington had a good start with their first possession, but ended up with an interception to Luke Schreiner. See how they bounce back.
All eyes now on Ethan Flowers, especially with the team falling behind. You do want to involve the rushing attack, but some air is necessary if you're going to beat this team.
Right now, we're giving it to Duke James. A nice carry up the middle for 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3. James a little bit slow to getting up, but he's all right.
And Shane James, this is his 2nd year playing for Lexington, and he was much like this last year, but obviously much improved this year. He's just faster, but he's always been that kind of bruising back who hits holes hard.
He's averaging 4 yards a carry so far this season. Michael Grant Jr. is the running back. He'll get the carry, but gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage by Michaela Foraker. It'll be 3rd and 4 coming up.
Great work by Foraker there to see the opportunity to blitz into the backfield unobstructed. She read the play. She knew where the ball was going and just got there so fast.
She had 4 tackles last week and a fumble recovery in the win for Bossier City. 3rd and 4 coming up. James joins the trips formation to the left side of Flowers as he drops back. Before he got sacked. What a great catch by C.J. Parrish. He climbed the ladder. I'm going to go ahead and make that the nice hands catch of the game this early. Nice hands catch of the game is brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it, SFL 4K 23.
And Flowers seeming to have some kind of connection with Parrish, and that's continuing. So that chemistry is showing itself. Parrish, the only one with a receiving touchdown so far for the Miners.
Great catch by the 6'4", 235-pounder. Right now, Deion James is carrying the ball and gets stopped right away. Tackled by number 40 of Bossier City. It'll be 10 and 10 after no gain on the run. 2:45 left in this first quarter. Bossier City has the lead. Flowers drops back, quick throw, and is incomplete. Schreiner with this pass disruption. It'll be 3rd and 10 coming up. Pass intended to West.
And once again, getting really physical with these receivers is the Bossier City defense. Their coach must have really been drilling them on how to get this timing down. You wonder if this aggression is going to result in a flag later on or not.
Trips formation to the right, but we might have somebody in motion. We do. So now the trips formation is to the left. Roddy Porter Jr. with the man in motion. Flowers. Searching, finds his target, incomplete. It'll be 4th down coming up. Pass was intended to Parrish.
And another Lexington drive stalls out, but at least they didn't turn the ball over this time. But there's no question about, given where they are on the field, this one's going to have to be a punt.
4th and 10. Oh, go ahead, Alex.
Some excellent work overall, I'd say, early by the Bossier City secondary. They're really clamping down.
And fair catch is made by Ronnie Shanahan Jr. And Bossier City will start their 3rd possession of the game. They scored their first touchdown on a unintentional QB sneak by Silas Christensen. And they will have the ball at their own 15-yard line. Great punt by Lexington. 2:27 left. No back in the backfield. Trips formation near side. 2 wide receivers to the left of Christensen. As he drops back the pass and finds the receiver. Great job by the defense. Pass was intended to Nolan Pierce, but the secondary had nothing of it.
And honestly, that one, credit goes to both the corner and the safety who were both marking on that play. That was a situation where the receiver got sandwiched as the ball arrived, and that needed to happen for that ball to hit the turf.
2nd and 10 coming up. Here's a long back, but that's a quarterback sack by number 75 of Lexington. The backup lineman, it'll be 3rd and 16 coming up.
And let's see how that happened. Probably, it looks like it was just a bit of miscommunication by the line. He came out, he got free, the tackle picked up the wrong guy. It's hard to say because there were so many blitzers coming off that strong side. The line just didn't have enough bodies to pick them all up, and that's a big 3rd and long.
A very important 3rd and long for Lexington defense. They can probably force a punt and get good field position if they stop Bossier City. There's a pass, and it's caught. Never mind that. Nolan Pierce said, hold up, T-Roy. This drive stays alive. Another 3rd down conversion by Bossier City.
And let's see how this one happens again. It looks like, yep, that's press coverage on the outside. The corner does a good job of holding up Nolan Pierce for a little bit there, but the 6'4", 225-pound receiver is just too physical. He gets a little swing move to beat him with a couple of steps. The safety's not in time there.
Nolan Pierce had 4 receptions for 127 yards with a touchdown last week in the win versus Albuquerque. This is a carry by Rutling. Gets 1 yard on that carry. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I'm starting to sense a pattern here in the early going. Lexington's doing better moving the ball on the ground than they are through the air so far, and the inverse is true of Bossier City. Definite pass attack focus here.
Christensen entering this week's action as the top quarterback. Threw for 420 yards passing with 67% completion percentage. Here's another pass. Caught for 1st down by Leon Sandcastle. They are on Lexington's side of the field. It'll be 1st and 10 coming up.
And this is something to watch. Bossier City is the pass rush for Lexington is not getting in time there. And it looks like for a moment there, yeah, Big O Renfro was trying to make a play on the ball, but gambled big, got the angle wrong, and missed it. If he hadn't gone for that interception, maybe he gets a pass deflection. Maybe he throws a hit on Leon, then that ball hits the turf. But as it stands, big 1st down.
Christensen drops back, throws it again, caught by Nolan Pierce, who had a catch earlier this drive. This one's for 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 2 with 17 seconds left in the first quarter.
Nifty little timing route there. That one was exactly when it needed to be there any later, and that doesn't get completed.
Will they snap the ball before the quarter ends? 2. They will. Rutling with the carry gets stopped in front of his lineman. Great play. It'll be 3rd and 2 coming up. That's how the first quarter will end. And the momentum is clearly on the Steamers' side. They're up 7-0 with the potential to add more points to the board. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. The Commissioner Cameron Irvine back at SFL headquarters. This is T-Roy Gaines. My partner tonight is Alex West. First quarter, we can safely say it was dominated by Bossier City. They have the ball. They're up 7-0 after a 1-yard touchdown run by Christensen. 3rd and 2 coming up, however. And it's a carry. And great job by Lexington's defense. Casper had a combine on the combo tackle of Rutling. It'll be 4th and 2 coming up.
Big 4th down, but Bossier City, they're going to elect to punt it away here. I was saying this was possibly at the very edge of John Smith's leg, but looks like they're just going to punt it away.
They will. That's a head scratch, but it's a nice coffin corner kick. It'll be 1st and 10 inside the 20 for Bossier City, so Lexington does not give up points. And if you're liking this game so far, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There's no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLm action and help the channel grow through your support. Lexington has the ball at their own 12-yard line after that nice punt. Deion James is lone setback. Parrish is the man in motion. And James will get the kick, and he will get tackled for a 1-yard loss. And as we mentioned, Lexington won 16-7. The offense struggled in the passing game, but had a great production from the running game, 123 yards rushing by their leading rusher last week. We'll see if the offense can heat up and catch fire this week. They're trailing 7-0 with 9 minutes left in the first half. Grant Jr. is the man in motion. He'll be a part of that transformation to the far side. As Flowers got plenty of time to find the receiver, and he does. Caught by Parrish, who sends Brian Cook to the shadow realm with that forearm shiver. It'll be 1st and 10 for Lexington.
CJ Parrish, who else? There's 3 white jerseys that are in the zip code there. 1-on-1, you see how 2 others swarm the ball. If it's not for the fact that there's some excellent response time there by Shalizzi, that is one that, CJ could have taken for even more yards than he did.
He had 67 yards last week, and Parrish is near that total so far, over 50 yards receiving in the first half. Porter, the man in motion. This will be a toss play and a tackle for a loss. Forker with another TFL. 2nd and 12 coming up.
And that was just a head scratcher. You think that Flowers might have looked off to his right side and noticed that there's a corner standing directly in the way of where that toss play is going to be going. Maybe he flips the play. Not this time. That's an easy TFL.
2nd and 12 coming up. Flowers will throw it again. Has plenty of time. Receiver downfield. Just off the target. Caught by Riley Porter Jr. Drive stays alive.
And now some other people on this Lexington offense are getting involved. They're going to have to shift a little bit of focus off of Parrish here and make sure they're covering everyone.
Brian Cook on tackle. It'll be 1st and 10. After that conversion by Riley Porter Jr. And Flowers will throw it, and it is intercepted. Cook And he fumbled the ball. Recovered by Billy Beers. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bossier City. Just bad luck is striking the Miners right now with the second interception.
A promising drive busted by another tip drill volleyball interception. The ball comes loose, but it doesn't fall into a gray jersey, and the home fans are going to have to stand their defense up and make sure that that unit still has energy in it. Listen to them. Let's see if they get loud enough, and let's see what this defense does.
Here we go, 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line of the Steamers. Rutledge's the man in motion. And Christensen will throw it. Pass is caught by Xavier Knight. Another big play and be 1st and 10 inside the 30-yard line.
Knight absolutely blowing by his coverage once again. It looks like actually maybe a moment of zone coverage there where his route took him right in that soft spot behind the linebacker, away from the corner and between where the corner and safety are patrolling. Easy throw and catch. They did this all week last week whenever they were absolutely slicing up Albuquerque's zone coverage.
Bossier City had 2 receivers over 100 yards. That was Knight and Pierce in last week's win over the Adams, 41-31. Looks like they have picked up where they left off from last week. Actually, that's number 29 who gets the carry. One of the backup running backs. No gain on the play. Haddock with the tackle.
Big TFL, and it seems like whenever Bossier City tries to run, Lexington's defenders are just able to get on it and seal up those running lanes. It's the passing attack that they've got to make some adjustments to.
You got 2 and 2 for Christensen and the Steamers. And a quick pass over the middle. Great job by the Lexington defense. 3rd and 10 coming up. Knight couldn't make the catch.
And that's a big boy physical hit that Lexington just laid on. That's the kind of stuff that Bossier City's defensive team has been doing all day on the other side of the ball. So sends a clear signal that the refs are letting them play today.
Here we go. 3rd and long coming up. Ball at the 34-yard line of Lexington. We got Pierce in motion. Making it a 2-and-2 formation. With Rutling, the lone running back. Shanahan rolling out, buying some time, fires it, and it is caught by Leon Sandcastle, the first catch of the game. It'll be 1st and goal coming up.
An absolutely incredible throw to find Sandcastle, who had defenders glued to either side of him. Neither of them get their heads around to actually make a play on the ball. All they can do is make a play on the catcher and make this as long as you can get for a 1st and goal, but it's still 1st and goal.
Yeah, 1st and goal. So they cannot get a 1st down. We'll see what the Steelers can do. This will be a pass to the end zone. They say it's a touchdown. Pass is caught by Bryce Lee. If it stands, that'll be Bryce Lee's first touchdown of his SFLm career.
And we've got to see the replay on this one. I've got to see 2 steps or both feet down. I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised if the challenge flag is not thrown. It's thrown, excuse me. But they're not challenging it, so it will stand. I agree with you, Alex. It didn't look like he made a football play. He didn't survive that.
A head scratcher, but what can you do?
A missed opportunity to challenge it will help Bossier City extend their lead. It's 14-0, and Bryce Lee, waving hi to his mom, gets his first touchdown of his SFLm career.
And now Bossier City with a 2-score lead, about to kick off the ball to Lexington. With this much time left on the clock, you have to expect that Lexington is needing to make a score here, and they're aware of that.
This is a short kick, and it'll be a great return by Parrish. Ball will be at the 37-yard line. Now Lexington will get the ball first to start the second half, so it'll be important for them to get some points on the board. Scores from earlier tonight Philadelphia beats Pittsburgh 31-17 in the Battle of Pennsylvania. And Nashville wins on a walk-off field goal over Albuquerque 27-26. It's 1st and 10 for the Miners. 5:36 left in the first half. Deion James is offset to the left, and they're going to toss it that direction. James tried to break the first tackle before he got cleaned up by Foraker, but that's not after a 4-yard gain.
And something to note there, you just got confirmation from the review booth that essentially that touchdown was confirmed because he made the catch and both feet were on the ground when he made the catch. So that's automatically a ball in scoring across the scoring plane touchdown.
The booth is on it right now. That was a good carry for 3rd and 2 coming up by Grant Jr. Lexington needs to convert this, extend this drive, and put some points on the board.
That's a gutsy little 4-yard run there from the debutant who shows absolutely no fear and putting his shoulders down into 2 defenders, even though he's going to get taken back. He still fights for the extra yards. I love that.
Grant Jr. is 5'6", 220 pounds. And this is a great truck by Deion James. Poor Zach Benjamin. He got sent to the shadow realm because James gave him the forearm shiver. What a run.
That was just an utter car crash, and you saw the semi-truck in the equation was Shane James there.
What's the number of that truck? The number was 25, and that was a vicious truck. 1st and 10 coming up. Ball on Bossier City side of the 50. This will be a pass down the middle. Caught. 1st down. Jimmy Wentz with the catch.
And that's a great pass by Ethan Flowers. Let's get that young man's confidence back up. I want to see him continue to attack this defense. He's doing well against zone coverage there. The receivers, especially Alexander West out there, have got to do a better job of coming up with these contested catches in these one-on-ones or two-on-one situations, but they're money on these open field situations.
What a throw is caught by Parrish, and he will not be caught. Touchdown, Lexington. They got the score that they needed. They're trailing by 8 at this moment.
And that happened so fast. That drive barely took more than I don't even think it took 2 whole minutes off the clock. Parrish there with the sensational grab, and he darts right behind and away from Ryan Cook, who just gets left in the dust.
C.J. Parrish's 2nd touchdown of this season. The 2-way player from the Houston Headhunters. Extra point coming up. And the fans in Lexington, Kentucky are now hyped because their team's in it. They got the touchdown that was needed. Now we'll see what the Miners defense can do. Bossier City's offense has been on fire so far.
Just looking around the Lucy Red Stadium, you can see the electricity that was just jolted into this crowd. They're on their feet. They're ready to cheer this defensive unit into a stop. They want to try and equalize before the half. All these ambitious goals can be done if they can force a 3-and-out.
Shanahan with the return. Up at the 27-yard line. And this is Lexington's first home game at Lucy Red Stadium. And they definitely want to christen this stadium with a win on the first opportunity that they get.
Most definitely, right. And I gotta say, it's some beautiful grounds. Look at the coloration on these walls, and look at the orange and the blue playing together in the end zone. I just really love the stadium.
And I love the fact that it's in a dome. I think all football games should be in a dome. That's just a personal opinion of mine.
Amen.
1st and 10 up for the Steamers. Quick pass, and it is caught by number 12, Nolan Pierce. Great job by Christensen to be able to throw the pass before taking a hit. It'll be 2nd and 3 coming up.
And that's one of the rare times where Lexington's pass rush is getting home. They are having some moments where they can get some penetration, force a sack, force some rush throws, but not often.
2nd and 3, the backs in the backfield. And as Rutling with the carry breaks the first tackle, gets the first down, got more. What a run by Rutland, his best of the game. It'll be 1st and 10 coming up for the Steamers.
And that was Casper Haddock's play to end. That was a moment where the linebacker had his shot to make this go for basically nothing. But because Rudlang was able to lower that shoulder, there were so many more white jerseys blocking. That went for so much more.
He'll get the carry again, bounces inside, but then gets destroyed by 2 Lexington Myers Haddocks. Made up for the previous play with that combo tackle.
Looks like
2-yard gain.
Are they trying to run the clock here?
We'll see. They can potentially score, go up by 2, and prevent Lexington from scoring in the first half. This is a throw to Henson Jr., who was the fullback in this play. It'll be 3rd just coming up with 2:20 left in the first half.
Oh, big back watch. Lots of hands on the ground. Big activity time.
With Rutledge dotting the I. 3rd inches coming up. Will they snap the ball before 2-minute warning? No, they will not.
Oh.
So we have reached the 2-minute warning. Bossier City is up by 7. You're watching the Simulation Football League here on YouTube. That was Henson's first catch of the SFLm season, the two-way player from Minnesota.
Ooh, they're running it again. Trench warfare time.
And Rutley will get the carry. Goes up the middle, and that tackle made by Lexington helped him get that extra yard.
I think he had it there. I think he had the 1 yard he needed just from the push his boys up front gave him. But that angle from the tackle definitely didn't make him lose yards.
As Christensen will throw it over the middle. Pass is caught by Xavier Knight, the leading receiver of the SFLm. Another first down for Bossier City.
Doesn't look like they're trying to run the clock all the way down, but they are willing to let some of this tick off. I think they're trying to leave as little time as possible for Lexington to score without hurting their own chances.
Lexington defense needs a stop in the worst way.
A turnover if they can manage it.
1st and 10. Christian rolls out. Great job by the O-line blocking for him, and that's a great catch by Grobowski, and timeout by Bossier City.
And those are the kinds of catches that you just need your receivers to make, no matter if it's tight end, wide receiver, or running back. Sometimes you're going to have to throw a ball where someone's going to get hit as it comes in, and you just got to count on them to be able to bring it in.
No backs in the backfield for Bossier City. 1st and 10 coming up, pass to the end zone. It's almost picked off.
Big O was there.
Right, Big O had a chance to turn Bossier City away there. Will that come back to haunt Lexington? The Miners fans hope that would not come back to haunt them.
This crowd on their feet.
And it's going to be a quick pass, and it's caught. It'll be 3rd and 1 coming up by Nolan Pierce with the catch. That's the 2nd timeout for Bossier City. Christensen, 15 of 19, 226 yards passing. He did get sacked once in the first quarter, but he shook that off. Quick pass to the end zone, incomplete. Ooh. Great job by the defense to force the field goal attempt. Coming up.
The linebackers were in place to swat that one down, and it's 3 points. You're still going down by 2 scores, but it's a lot more manageable to be down by 10 than it is by 20 than it is by 14.
John Smith getting ready to attempt his 3rd field goal of this season. And the kick is good, and he extends the lead to 10 for Bossier City with 49 seconds left. We'll see if Lexington will be able to at least march down the field and get a field goal, because they'll get the ball first in the second half, so they got a chance to double dip here.
They do. They've got all 3 timeouts, and thus far they've had some great returns, so I expect them to have great field position again.
Parrish will get this inside the 20. He loves trucking defenders. Another decent return to the 38-yard line. Lexington has great field position. Only 3 seconds went off that clock.
And Parrish has no fear of contact. There's one thing that's known about him. You just see how he brings the ball tight into his gut so he doesn't fumble it, prepares himself for contact, and just lets his own momentum do the work.
Like, Parrish is a boy. 6'4", 235-pounder coming at you full steam ahead. You gotta be ready to make that decision if it's gonna be a business decision or not when you're trying to tackle Parrish. He scored the first touchdown for Lexington earlier in the first half. And what a great catch by Jimmy Went. Lexington calls their first out, and they already at Bossier side of the field.
And that's a beautiful post route that Went ran there to the outside, where he just had a good enough cut, and Flowers was working his progressions properly, saw that Went was going to be going where there was oceans of green, delivered that one exactly where it needed to be.
First and 10 at Bossier City's 45. This will be a quick pass to Went again. He gets 3 yards and goes out of bounds to stop the clock. It'll be for a 2nd and 7 with 35 seconds left.
You don't feel bad about it, but you don't feel good about it because as a quarterback, because you know that if you deliver that one less behind your guy, if you hit him in stride, if you actually make that on the shoulder instead of behind there, he doesn't get drugged behind the line of scrimmage like that. But still, positive yards and out of bounds.
James is one of the receivers. He's going to be joined by tight end Went on that side. So we got a kind of trips formation to the near side for Flowers. He'll throw it that way to Parrish. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 7 coming up.
And this is a third down conversion that Lexington really needs. It is 4 down. It is 4 down territory with how much time is on the clock, but you'd rather just convert this right here and right now.
Remember, Lexington doesn't have a star kicker. That could come into play if they don't get a little bit closer to field goal range. Trips formation to the right. Flowers rolls out to his left. Fires that direction. Caught by Parrish. The drive stays alive. Timeout is called. 1 timeout left for Lexington. 1st and 10 coming up.
And speaking about the kicker situation, it's something that we've seen before in the league, right? It's one of those things that there's only so many true stars that are going to be able to make it to the SFL. We have some replacement level kickers who do the job, but they can't really make field goals outside of the red zone. It doesn't seem like.
Parrish gets his first 100-yard receiving game of this season. This will be a poorly thrown pass to West that should have been delivered better than that. Instead, it'll be 2nd and 10.
You know, they say the shoestring catch is also called the miracle catch. No miracles here.
Last miracle I saw that low to the turf was the immaculate reception.
I didn't know you were that old.
I'm not that old, folks. I just saw that on replay. I'm old, but not that old. 2nd and 10. As Flowers drop back, fires it, and it's picked off by Foraker. She has the chance to take it to the house, but great job by Stone preventing the touchdown. So that could loom large in terms of the point score, but another missed opportunity for Lexington.
And just another promising drive snuffed out. And that's an incredible read by Foraker, who was there, who jumps the route perfectly. That's just such a... It's not even that she had to change direction. She just had to slow down a little bit. Just hit the brakes, let Jimmy Went fly right by, and all of a sudden she's in the position making the catch instead of him.
That's Foraker's interception of this season. He's got a lot of tackle for losses in this half and an INT. ending drives Lexington. And this will be a carry by Rutling. Nice spin move. Bounce to the outside, and Rutling is to the races. You'll get tackled by Benjamin, and Bossier City will call their timeout. A potential field goal attempt could be coming up.
And that's well within John Smith's range. So this just became the worst case scenario for Lexington. Not only did they fail to score, they gave up a turnover, and Bossier City is immediately capitalizing.
31-yard attempt. You know, that snap was high. Kick is on the way, and it's good. So they get to extend their lead 20-7 after that field goal attempt by Smith.
And it's one of those things where you kind of, like, you give credit to Rudlang for an excellent spin move there, a great run, but you kind of wonder how much of that is just fatigue on the part of this Miners defense for how much they've had to be on the field in this first half, how many drives from Bossier City's offense they've had to face. Lexington's offense has not been doing this defensive unit much favors.
Right now, this is a return that gets stopped at the 39-yard line, and that's how this first half will end. First half has been dominant by Bossier City. They are leading 20-7 at halftime here in Lucy Red Stadium. And we get ready for the halftime show here on SFLm YouTube. And both teams are doing a good job moving the ball down the field, but it's been the turnovers from the Miners that's been hurting them big time. Alex, what are your thoughts of the first half so far?
Well, you're on the money when you say that it's about the turnovers that the Bossier City defense is forcing here. So many promising drives by the Miners have been snuffed out before and even a chance to get into field goal range. It's also something to say that we're seeing Silas Christensen is not a one-trick just throw it tonight pony. He is able to hit his tight ends tonight in a way that he wasn't spreading the ball around quite as much. Not to say that he wasn't hitting all his targets last week, but this week has been a much more balanced overall attack from the Steamers, and that comes from Christensen hitting everyone.
Go get ready to start the second half here in Lucy Red Stadium. Miners will get the ball first. They need a score in a rush way. They're trailing 20-7 as John Smith will get ready to kick it off to start the second half. And Parrish gets the return.
Ooh.
Nice, another punishing return by Parrish. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 37 for the Miners. Let's get a scoring update for our other game in progress, Chicago and San Jose, with San Jose leading 3-0. Both defenses are creating a lot of havoc in this game, including a brand new rookie, Mass Booker, who has a fumble recovery. Just 5 minutes left in the second quarter. And I don't know, Alex, you've been looking at the chat here, but we got a lot of people complimenting on your commentary. You've been doing a great job so far. They're loving it.
Hey, I just try to bring the fans the best commentary I can, the most accurate analysis possible. Thank you for the compliments.
And you have so far. We'll see what Flowers can do. He has the time to write a novel and everything. Throw it to James, but that's not going to work out. He was better to throw it out his shoes instead of having James making that catch, because that's a 4-yard loss.
Just out of, like, that's the moment where you hit someone in the shoes. That's not when you hit someone in the hands. Come on now.
Schreiner already has an interception earlier in the game, and a nice tackle for loss. Second down coming up. Flowers throws it.
Ooh.
And it was tended to Parrish, but it was incomplete. 3rd and long coming up, and this is a very important 3rd down for the Miners.
This is going to be a very niche commentary for a moment, but just for a couple of plays, I wish we could occasionally go over to a long view, like an all-22 camera, to see what this secondary is doing to these wide receivers out there. Are they man? Are they zone? Combination? Whatever they're doing, it's working incredibly well.
West is the man in motion on his 3rd and long coming up. Michael Grant Jr. is the lone setback. Flowers is roaring out, giving himself some time. Pass is almost, Ooh, almost picked off by Schreiner. Incomplete, and a 3-and-out for the Miners.
And you've got to ask where that one was going. That one, I didn't see a gray jersey in the area. See, it's just one of those that's just a heartbreaker to see. Fourth, and another drive goes to waste, and Lexington's defensive unit now has to come up with something big.
Here we go, 4th and 14 coming up. And fair catch is called, and it's made by Shanahan Jr. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 29 of Bossier City. And everyone, the SFL 2024 convention is headed to South Shore Harbor Resort in Lee City, Texas, just south of Houston, July 12th to the 14th, featuring live games, flag football, a golf tournament, tailgate, pool party, and more. For all the convention details, visit simulationfl.net/news/convention to reserve your room and see the event schedule and more. Split backs in the backfield for Bossier City. As Christensen will roll out. Finds his man, and a rare incompletion to Knight, who couldn't make the catch.
And that is just a bad ball. Don't know exactly how that one happened, but sometimes it just gets away from you. It slips as you're trying to let that one go, and a rare error unforced error from Christensen.
Let's see if Lexington can capitalize off of that forced error. The defense needs to make a big play here. 2nd and 10 coming up. Christensen will throw it again, but gets sacked by Brenda Puff. That's her first sack of this season. It'll be 3rd and 15 coming up.
Congratulations, Brenda. That's a great heads-up play by the interior work there. Look at that little swim move to get the straight line path to the QB. But we have seen Bossier City convert these third and longs before. Miners need to stand strong here.
15 coming up. Trips formation to the far side. Knight is at the bottom of the screen. Christensen's rolling out that direction, decides to do a QB sneak, and that will be another sack. This time will be number 97 with the sack. 4th and 19 coming up. Great job by the Lexington defense.
And it looks like the one weakness that you could say that the Steamers offense has is their lack of star linemen. They're at a premium as always, and the pass rushers finally starting to get home a little bit. Look what a difference it makes.
Christensen so far got sacked 3 times in this game, 2 on this past drive, and the punt is underway. Fielded by West, and he gets tackled by Foraker. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 46 for the Miners.
And I know why he fielded that. He hasn't got a catch all day. That is an upset wide receiver. So he fields that one, but that's a mistake. You have to fair catch those. The gunners are right in front of you. If you get hit hard enough, you could get injured, you could put the ball on the ground, or both.
Yes. Save yourself from getting a one-way trip to the shallow realm. Wave your hand in the air and call for a fair catch.
He's not on the field.
Maybe he needs a little rest. Ooh, that was almost picked off. Brian Cook had a chance to pick it off. Instead, it'll be 2nd and 10.
Flowers going for his first read on a timing route. There's 2 white jerseys there that were both able to jump the route, but it just wasn't done. Lucky that he didn't get a 4th interception there.
See if he can shake it off. 2nd and 10. Trips formation to the left. Flowers tries to do a quarterback sneak, but they will have nothing to it. Number 40 with the sack. 3rd and 13 coming up.
Flowers there getting a little rattled as the pocket's collapsing around him. Tries to scramble, but there's nowhere for him to go outside of to the left, and he doesn't see that one opening there because he's already pushed up in front of the guard, or level with his own guards there. So now it's 3rd and long, and Ethan's got less than a 50% completion ratio so far today.
James attempted to make the cut block, but it didn't work in their favor. 3rd down. Flowers, plenty of time to throw it. Will do. Caught by West. First catch of the game, and it is a 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10 coming up.
Finally finding number 13 in space, and that's a huge first down for the Miners. This was looking to be like it was another stalled out drive when the defense gave them everything they needed and more with by forcing a punt for 4th and 19. Offense is looking to get back into this. They need to avoid a turnover, though, and put some points on the board.
They score here. It's a whole new ball game. Transformation to the left of Flowers, who fires it. Caught. First down. Number 84 with the catch. Backup wide receiver, but it's a 1st and 10 coming up for Lexington.
And Cole getting the grab there. Looks like it's a little out route, and their zone coverage from the defense only covers so many spaces. Great vision by Flowers to find the read on the farthest side of the field, all the way away from him, and delivers a strike across his body. That's one of his best throws today.
Most of his damage is done through the middle, but he's still connecting to his receivers. And that's what the Miners love to see. West is the man in motion, 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Flowers drop back, will throw it to the end zone. Caught, touchdown! That's the game end of this season.
And what a catch in such a huge moment. Lexington marching down the field. West blows by his cornerback off the line of scrimmage. It's one-on-one against the safety, who delivers yet another teeth-rattling hit. Who's, like, you see that one coming in there? Boom! Oh, that's still the corner there that's making the impact, but West still bringing it in despite the contact.
Look at the height matchup there. West 6'4", 235 versus Schreiner 6'1", 205. Smart play by Flowers, throwing to only where West can make the catch, and that's going to result in a 6-point deficit now. It's 20-14. Lexington trailing by 6 with 6:36 left third quarter. And have you ever wanted to be a play-by-play or analyst broadcaster? We are looking for passionate SFL participants or viewers like you to join the team for the SFLm season. Please visit simulationfl.net/broadcasting for more details on how you can get involved and get your voice on the call. Right now, Shanahan got himself involved with a great return to the 31-yard line, and that's what Bossier City will start this next drive.
Quick game update from Chicago and San Jose. Chicago 7, San Jose 10, 109 left in the first half. Rookie Ezekiel Bear gets a touchdown catch for San Jose to put the flight back in the lead.
Here we go. San Jose lost last week to Nashville, looking to bounce back and potentially in the undefeated streak of Chicago. Remember, Chicago went undefeated last season and won their first game last week. Bossier City wants to stay undefeated this season. They're up by 6. 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. Rhett leans the lone setback. Christensen will fire it and overthrows the receiver big time and be 2nd and 10.
Entirely too much muster on that one. It's like he was trying to fit it between the safeties for someone running a streak route, but there was absolutely no one there.
You know what? I hate mustard. Only
What?
time I like mustard. Yes,
No.
I hate mustard.
No,
I hate it.
no, we're fighting. We're fighting.
We're fighting now. Mustard's
Meet
only
me
good
in the parking lot.
No, we are in the booth. Why wait in the parking lot? Well, you know what? That was a great catch by number 14, Bryce Lee. Yes, I changed the subject. 6-yard game, 3rd and 4.
Big third down here for Bossier City. They want to answer back and make sure the Miners don't get too much momentum behind them. The home crowd has life in them. Listen to them roar.
See Red Stadium, they want their Miners to get their first win. There's a chance for a sack, but Christensen throws it in. Picked off by Lexington. Mike Bird. The second interception of the... We got a flag on the play, though. And it's a face mask on Bossier City. So add more yards to that. Lexington will have the ball in great field position after that interception.
And what an incredible turn of events. That is one where the pass rush was getting around the pocket. They were getting some penetration. Christensen was rolling. He was feeling the heat. He throws one, but he didn't have time to plant them both, get his full weight behind it. It's underthrown and snatched away. Is that Kev C. Jr. on the interception?
That was Bird.
Oh, that was Bird. Great interception by Mike Bird.
And right now, Lexington will give it to James, who gets caught up behind his lineman. Great pursuit. Ellis makes the tackle for loss. It'll be 2nd and 11.
It happens sometimes. You're trying to push the pile forward, but ultimately the defense is... Sometimes you're able to get that defender to fall down with the weight of two guys going, but other times another defender gets around his one-on-one matchup and wraps it up right there.
11 for Flowers, who rolls out to the far side, throws over the middle. Nice one-handed catch by Riley Jr. there inside the red zone. It'll be 1st and 10.
And Porter Jr. showing off his ability to make one-handed catches today. That's his second one that I can recall. This is a rookie who is not afraid to get a little bit flashy and with the pizzazz. Look at that, in contact. And,
all right, here we go, 1st and 10.
Look at that. Ethan Flowers up over 50% completion, up over 200 yards.
He averaged 48% last week, a big improvement in spite of the interceptions. Flowers is shaking it off, is doing a great job so far. 1st and 10 at Bossier City's 13. Flowers will throw it over the middle. Off target, passes to 10 to the west, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
He threw, that's just, how do I put that one? You know how whenever you're throwing the football, you can't throw where the receiver is. You have to throw it where they're going to be. Well, he threw it where he was, and he doesn't have quite enough arm strength to turn that into a laser without it bouncing off the receiver's hands.
2nd and 10. At least it wasn't an INT, which is a positive for the Miners. We'll see what Flowers can do here. And it's a touchdown catch by Parrish, his 2nd of the game, and Lexington has a chance to take the lead.
What can he do, you ask? Well, he can find his receiver who just gets right by on a go route, beats the one-on-one coverage, throws it behind the secondary's ability to cover it. Look at that. Just a complete mismatch. And Flowers takes advantage. Lexington draws even, and a PAT coming.
JoJo Salizzi was the man who got Burt. Had a chance to make a play, but 5'9", 198 doesn't do a good job against 6'4", 235. And Lexington has the lead. Go ahead, Alex.
And just for a second, what mental resilience we're seeing from Ethan Flowers, huh? To come out after a first half where he throws 3 interceptions, he has a horrible completion percentage, and in the second half, it's been all cylinders firing, all systems go, delivering balls on time, on target, with malice.
And if I can borrow a little thing from one of our fellow broadcast members, Rick Northrup, the Rickometer will be clearly on Lexington's side after it's been on Bossier City's side for the majority of the game so far. We're at halftime in San Jose, where Chicago has taken a 4-point lead. The Warriors scored with 5 seconds left on a 3rd and goal end around to Nick twice to take the lead.
How nifty.
Right now, Bossier City is trailing by 1. This is a pass that was almost intercepted by Iggy Turner, and right now Silas Christensen is the quarterback that's rattled.
And it's been such a night and day second half for both squads here. That was both Iggy Turner and Johnny Savage, who both skied up to deflect that one. What an incredible moment from the secondary.
They're definitely energized after the way their offense has been performing in this quarter.
Another batted ball.
Back the line. What a great job by the defense of Lexington, who has clearly been the MVP of this game, bringing their team back from the brink of deficit.
The Orange Crush is here, and they are hungry. 3rd and 10. If they make a stop here, what a statement.
3:34 left in the 3rd quarter. Christensen fires it, and wow. Adam Grabowski was all by himself, could not make the catch, in his 4th and 10.
What a heartbreaker for Bossier City fans. That's the kind of thing that we saw Christensen delivering on time and on target all first half and all game last week. That is an uncharacteristic high throw and a failed catch by Grabowski.
Let's see what West can do on this punt return. Breaks the tackle and will get stopped by Foraker, but not after West gets to the 40-yard line, where Lexington will have great field position again.
Bounces off one, and Foraker was not able to prevent West from churning those legs for extra yards. That extra 35 pounds of mass, enough to get him a few more.
And Lexington clearly has the momentum on their side. They're up by 1 with 4:19 left. C.J. Parrish was the last receiver who scored the touchdown.
And I want him to stay confident, but don't force it.
Flowers has plenty of time. Throws it down the field. One-handed catch by Parrish. Another slag-listed catch by these receivers of Lexington. It'll be 1st and 10 coming up.
And you got to wonder, where exactly was that one intended? Because you see 2 gray jerseys that are on deep crossing routes kind of thrown in the middle there. Yeah, it looks like it was just a little forward, but extra extension there by number 16 to make the most impressive catch of the day so far. Woo! Look at those numbers.
Yeah, 7 receptions, 137 for Parrish. Now, I already gave my nice hands catch of the day, so I can't take that away, but I think it went to the guy who made it. No, it actually went to Porter. Take that back.
You know what? I'll give him my nice hands catch of the day.
You can give out too. Flowers drops back, fires it over the middle to West, makes a great catch, and it'll be 1st and 10 again.
Now, let me tell you a story about a big bad man at the end of the laneway. They call him strong safety. And this young gun, Alexander West, who went forward with no fear. And now Lexington is in the red zone.
Williams had the chance to botch that, but West showed the strength and courage to take that play. They are just slightly inside the red zone, right at the 20. And that is Porter Jr., the man in motion. And this will be a tall play to James. A great run in his 1st and goal coming up for the Miners.
They never saw it coming, and I'll be honest, neither did I. This offense has been so pass attack heavy that absolutely everyone in the stadium forgot that running was an option.
And Deion James is doing a great job taking over as the main back. The rushing attack that was on point last week continues this week. This is now the backup running back, Grant Jr. Maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Billy Beers. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And that was never going to go for a lot. That was a toss play going left side. There weren't enough blockers there to match up with all the defenders. A little inexperience there from Grant Jr. spinning a little too early. He won't make that mistake in the future. He'll learn.
Offset eye towards the far side. West is the man in motion. Could be a potential blocker. Maybe a pass coming up. 2nd and goal. Ball at the 7. This will be another toss play to James. Breaks the first tackle and gets closer to the end zone. It'll be 3rd and goal at the 2 coming up.
I'm telling you, whenever we've got that many hands on the ground, all you have to say is it's time for some big activity. And here we are, 3rd and short.
Grant Jr. is the man dotting the I. Very important 3rd down coming up for Bossier City. Can they stop him here? The answer is yes. Instead of running it, they decided to throw it in the middle, and the defense, led by Benjamin, was able to hold.
A huge stand by the Steamers here to kill some of the momentum. You kind of wonder, that one bounced off the hands. That one could have potentially been interception number 4, but They not secure enough with the hands to actually bring that one in. Lexington able to turn this into an actual one possession game, and a field goal won't do it.
19-yard attempt to put them up by 4. Snap is kind of off, but the kick is good in spite of the fact that the lace turned towards them. It's a 4-point lead for the Miners with just less than 2 minutes left.
Man, you got some good eyes to spot that one. I completely missed that one, but even I know. Come on, folks, watch your Ace Ventura. Lace is out.
Hey, one thing I can say with this move, this new engine, I can see things clearly now since the rain is gone. And it's a bright, sunny day. And Shanahan is trying to make some hay here. A great return to the 34-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 coming up for the Steamers, who need a score in the worst way to get the momentum back on their side.
They truly do, and you need to watch out about quoting those song lyrics, because you almost got me swinging and singing and swaying over here. I just can't help it. That's compulsion. But you're right. Big drive here. Bossier City wanting to take the lead back in the worst way, and only a touchdown will do it.
They've been dominating for the first half, but this second half has clearly been on the Miners' side. Sandcastle's the man in motion. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 34 of the Steamers.
Getting man-marked by Casper Haddock.
This will be a toss play to Rutling. And he has a nice carry, 2nd in inches after a 9.5-yard carry.
And that's credit both to the unit up front that got incredible push throughout, a great blocking scheme that was perfectly executed by the line, by the tight ends, and a forceful run by Rudline to punch that one.
Rudline just averaging under 10 yards a carry, but that's a nice tackle. He'll lose half a yard. Great job by Johnny Savage Jr. It'll be 3rd and 1 coming up.
That looked like that might have been Rudling's backup there. A rare TFL.
Here we go. 3rd and 1 coming up. Important 3rd down for the Steamers, and they will get it. 1st and 10 with 49 seconds left in this 3rd quarter.
And that's one where if you want to stop the run, you kind of have to sell out to stop the run, but it's terrifying to do that whenever you think about who this passing attack has.
Bossier doing a better job running the ball this than they did last week, and the passing game benefited from it. But we'll see if they can get that passing game going again. It's a QB sneak because Christian could have got sacked. Great job by him getting at least 1 yard on that carry.
You know, that I give credit. That's almost a sack because he only got the yard because he got tackled falling forward. That play started as a tackle in the backfield.
They did not have to snap the ball, but they decided to do so, and they paid for it. Number 59 with the INT in Lexington still has some men on their side, and they'll have the ball out there on 43.
And that's a rushed throw. Christensen felt the heat, was trying to make the throw on the run. You see how he barely has time to plant his feet. He doesn't have time to read the defense and see where the defenders are. Linebacker is lurking underneath and makes the easiest snag of his life.
I just mentioned it earlier. They did not have to snap the ball. They could have just ended the quarter with the possession, but decided to rush it. And it cost them big time. And this will be a quick pass, and we will have a penalty. PI.
First one of the night, but it's... Oh, what? Yeah, okay.
Defensive pass interference.
For a second, it looked like it was offensive, and I was so confused.
Let's see. Yeah, that ball could look like it's a little bit high, but Ward definitely interfered. And that's how the score is going to end. Lexington is up by 4. We'll be right back after this because we're going to have our rights read to us.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the SFL. To export the library and to find perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. This is a toss play by James, who sends somebody to the shallow round with a great stiff arm. James has been on fire, and the running game continues to flourish here in the second half.
And that's just a nasty Heisman-worthy stiff arm right there. Open field, one-on-one. You as a defender need to make that tackle, but it's not that easy when it's Shane James making that run with momentum too.
He only had 12 carries for 54 yards, but each of those carries has been very impactful for Miners. Another first down for Lexington with 9:45 left in the game. Michael Grant Jr. is the lone setback. Trips formation to the right. Flowers rolls out. Needs to get rid of the ball. He does. Fires it. Caught by West. Great catch as he catches it over Billy Beers. And it'll be another first down for the Miners.
And that's such a tight window to try and fit that ball into. There are defenders that are in the area of West. There's one underneath and there's a safety over the top, but he still throws it where only West can actually get to it. And that's exactly what you needed. Also, shout out to Landon Stone for picking up the blitz there that was coming off the weak side, doing a great job buying Ethan all kinds of time to make that throw.
Flowers over 300 yards to be a carry by James, who gets stopped after a 1-yard gain. Greg Ward with the tackle, and seeing these rolling outs just make me feel kind of nostalgic. I grew up a fan of a team in a different league in the DMV, and they used rollout a lot back in the day. So seeing it here just brings a smile to my face. Let's see if they're going to roll out here again on 2nd and 9. No, it's going to be a carry to James. Goes up the middle, breaks the first tackle, carries the defender. It'll be 3rd and 1 coming there inside the red zone, trying to add on to their lead.
And boom, it's just so incredible to watch James sometimes. He lowers the shoulder on Greg Ward and would have possibly gone for pay dirt if not for Ewan Ellis, who could only slow him down and bring him down, could not stop him cold.
1 at the 4-yard line. Lexington can still get a first down, obviously. Grant is the lone setback. He'll get the carry, runs up the middle, and loses a yard. Tackle made by Zach Benjamin. It'll be 4th and 2, so at least a field goal attempt will put him up by a touchdown.
And, it's fine for the Lexington offense. You think they maybe want that one back, but at the same time, they've tried passing on 3rd and 1, and it's gone wrong for them. So, totally fine to just take the points and make it a 7-point game here.
With 7:50 left in the 4th quarter, and everyone, SFLm Season 9 continues next Friday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, where Nashville and Lexington will kick it off with coverage from Pittsburgh and Bossier City. Then at 9 p.m. Eastern, Chicago visits Albuquerque and San Jose visits Philadelphia. Come back next week for more SFLm action here on YouTube. Another great return by Shanahan. And it'll be 1st and 10 coming up at the 31-yard line.
So, I don't know about you, T-Roy, but I've been quietly observing exactly what I feel like the difference is between the first half and the second half for Christensen has been. I also have kind of a sense of what the difference has been for Bossier City to what they've been seeing this week versus last week. I had the privilege of calling that game last week, and some interesting things I'll get into afterwards.
Oh, 1st and 10. Henson Jr. is the lone setback. This will be a pass, and it's picked off by Renfro. And Lexington will have the ball again in great field position.
The Orange Crush is here, and they are out to play. Holy moly, Renfro reads the quarterback's eyes, knows that the 1 and 2 reads are the man he has covered and the man that he's playing backup coverage on, sees where the ball is going, jumps the route. What a turnover.
In the first half, Bossier City was 20-7. It has been 20 unanswered points by Lexington since then, and they have a chance to score more. James will get the carry, bounces it outside, has the edge, could take it to the house, inside the 10, to the 5, first and goal coming up, a punishing, heartbreaking run by Deion James.
And that is James showing such incredible craftiness because he reads where his blockers are. He reads where defenders are. Not only the defenders that are actually coming for him, but also the defenders that are on the ground and serving as roadblocks for other defenders. That turns what could have been a 10-yard run into a massive, looks like 25 yards plus.
Walker, who making tackles for loss in the first half, had a business decision on that run attempt by James. Couldn't stop him. First and goal coming up inside the 4-yard line. Carried by Grant Jr. Bounces it outside and will get stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by number 24 for the second down go.
And I understand why they called it, but I've got to say, I think that Michael Grant Jr. needs a little bit more development before you can ask him to go and get you a yard or two in these extreme short yardage situations. I think he needs a little more seasoning. No choice because James was gassed, but
there you go. But James is back in, offset eye towards the near side, and they'll toss it that way to James. And great job by the defense. Greg Ward with the tackle. Will be third and goal coming up.
And that's an open fielder. And that's one of those that, sometimes the defender wins that one. We've seen James win that battle before, but he's probably still feeling a little bit gassed.
Third and go. Ball just outside the 4-yard line now. That was a loss of a half a yard. Parrish is the man in motion.
3 wide.
Grant Jr. is the lone setback. Flowers throws over the middle. West had a chance to catch the touchdown, but drops it. It'll be 4th and goal.
And that would have been practically a game-sealing touchdown. No defenders near him. What happened? It looks like maybe he got just more focused on the idea of of what his touchdown dance was going to be before he actually focused on bringing it in.
As a result, Lexington will have to settle for a field goal attempt. 6:03 left in the game. The kick is on the way, and it's good. It is now up by 10. A 4-point swing for that missed opportunity. But they still are up by 2 possessions.
And it's a 10-point game. There's still room for Bossier City to get back in this. And that's a gift handed to them by courtesy of a drop pass there. You kind of think if you're up by 14, that's an almost insurmountable lead, but there's still a window now.
See what Shanahan Jr. can do on this return. This is one of the few times where he didn't make it to the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 28.
All eyes on number 8. Lots of pressure here.
He's been struggling in the second half. He was firing the first half. This will be inside carry. Great run for 6 yards by Rutlick. The game's not out of reach yet, but they do have to hurry up and make sure that they score at least a field goal on this drive.
And did you see that orange helmet that just made it completely past all the linemen and then missed the tackle in the backfield? Is that just me?
Sometimes it happens. Let's see what happened here.
Oh.
Hey, they make up for it with a tackle for loss. Casper Haddock with the tackle will be 3rd and 6, a very important 3rd down for the Steamers.
You wouldn't think someone that's 6'6", 253 could move that fast, but speed belying their size.
Casper Haddock, the returning player, played for Queen City last season, definitely gave me the business, gave us our first loss of the season last season. Us being Baltimore. Pump fake. And it'll be a quarterback sack. 4th and 8. And Bossier City has a decision to make. Will they try to go for it or will they punt? And in the other game in the 4th quarter, it's tied 17-all with 9:25 left. Because San Jose in the streak with Chicago extended.
And congratulations there to Baron Wendt with a great rush off the edge there to get that sack. And that's ultimately is one of the two differences between the defense that Lexington has been giving Bossier City and what Albuquerque did last week. It's the pass rush. The pass rush is getting home and is forcing mistakes. They're forcing hurried throws. They're forcing bad decisions from Christensen, who last week against Albuquerque was facing almost exclusively, to my eyes, zone defensive coverage. And he was able to piece them up all day because his receivers weren't getting man-covered, pressed at the line of scrimmage. They were able to run their routes unimpeded. And when you've got Xavier Knight, Nolan Pierce, and Bryce Lee all screaming in different directions, you're going to find someone in a soft spot. So credit to Lexington's defense.
They definitely turned it around here in the second half, giving up no points so far. 1 yard carry by James, tackled by Ward, and it'll be 2nd and 9. And the most important thing, that clock continuing to run.
It does, but that one could have gone for more yards if the fullback had actually blocked the linebacker instead of the safety. Just blocking at the 3rd level instead of the 2nd level, you kind of ask your running back to go heads up with the linebacker. It's not going to be great.
2nd and 9. This will be a carry to James. He goes up the middle. And he breaks the tackle, and James is off. He has the edge. He's over 100 yards rushing. He wants more. Great tackle by Clark. By Cook. But now after another punishing run by James.
Next man up. Dion James is now the bell cow back and has taken to it with aplomb. This second half turnaround for the Lexington unit as a whole, both offensively and defensively, has been incredible to behold.
This is back-to-back weeks that a minor running back went over 100 yards. James over 120. Now at 126. He's going to get a breather, and Grant Jr. is the man dotting the I.
West in motion.
And they're doing a good job burning the clock right now. This will be a carry to West who goes, Grant Jr., who goes up the middle, breaks the tackle. An 8-yard carry. And I'll say this, Grant Jr. has been more successful running up the middle than going outside so far.
Absolutely he has. He has less distance to go whenever he's going that direction, and it plays to his naturally smaller frame. Instead of trying to bounce it to the outside like James does a lot of times because of his 6'2" frame, he's able to squeeze in those narrow spaces between a guard and center or a guard and a tackle. He's able to really attack those A and B gaps in a way that James just doesn't.
Now James is back in. 2nd and 2. 8-yard carry by Grant Jr. on the previous play. 3:19 left in the game. And the Miners defense will get it off. This Miners offense will get off to James. Another first down tackle made by Benjamin. And they just wear out the defense of Bossier City. What a turnaround by Lexington.
And not only are they moving the chains, look where they are. They're already in the red zone, and we know they're not going to pass it. We know that it's going to be a run game from here, and first down or not, even if the defense manages to make a stop, they're well within field goal range. The only thing they have to do is avoid a turnover here, and they make it a 13-point ball game, possibly more.
Offset I. For the Miners, Grant Jr. is the running back. And they're going to run towards the far side. Great tackle for a 1-yard loss by Greg Ward Jr. And again, I'm kind of surprised they decided to do a toss play to Grant Jr. instead of running up the middle for him.
And I'll keep it a stack it there. That is a missed block by the left guard, 79, Herndon. He was supposed to be picking up Greg Ward, who was just too quick. Absolutely blitzed right by him with incredible acceleration. It's like one of them was moving through molasses.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. So far, Lexington has been on a roll in the second half. They're up 30-20 with a chance to add more. With the Commissioner Cameron Irvine back at SFL headquarters, it's T-Roy Gaines and Alex West in the booth in Lexington, Kentucky, in Lucy Red Stadium, where the Miners have a chance to christen this stadium with the first ever win. And the first opportunity here is to be a toss play to James. Great block. He runs. A nice carry. And Bossier City will make call their first timeout. It'll be 3rd and short coming up.
And this is not where Bossier City wants to be having to use these timeouts. They need every single timeout they can get to try and make a comeback. But Deion James, 20 carries, 142 yards. Look at that monster average of 7.1 yards. He is looking to put this game away by himself.
James will get the carry again. Breaks the first tackle. Has a chance to get in the end zone. Blows this game wide. It's called John James, Timothy James. Great run.
And that one just puts it away, doesn't it? Just an exclamation point on what has been one of the most impressive second halves of football that I have had the pleasure of calling.
Again, at halftime, it was 20-7 Bossier City. Since then, Lexington has scored 30 unanswered points after that extra point attempt was good by Elam. They haven't looked back. What a turnaround by the Miners.
And again, just to not to get too much into secret sauce, but just to look at the facts, it's the pass rush. They've been able to get home to Christensen and they've been able to affect him. The secondary has done enough buying time to let that pass rush get home. Bossier City was effectively picking it up in the first half, but not so in the second half. And it's been night and day ever since.
And Junior with the return gets destroyed, reaching the 27-yard line. And in the first half, Flowers was the one who was struggling, throwing multiple interceptions. In the second half, as you mentioned, with the pass rush, forcing Christensen to throw multiple interceptions himself. And that's been the difference here in the second half. The defense of Lexington just was on fire.
Truly, and the offense has responded. Ethan Flowers as well. We gave credit to him earlier, and it's kind of an exclamation point. Absolutely no memory, and that's what you want in a quarterback. You want to forget all the mistakes that have been made. You want to retain all the information that you gained, and you want to forget about any of the negativity, and he's done that incredibly well.
See what Christensen can do here. It's be a quick pass, and great job by the defense. Lowen Pierce couldn't make the catch. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Definitely bothered on the throw. Receiver bothered on the catch. A physical effort by this Lexington defense to try and put this one to bed.
Christian needs to shake off the rush. They are down by 17. Quick pass to Knight. That's a 5-yard gain. Bossier City will call their second timeout.
And, there's moments where you think to yourself, the game is still within reach, but this feels like, barring a miracle, this one feels like it's now out of reach. Look at that stat line. 3 interceptions for Christensen after an opening debut where he threw 4 touchdowns.
Unfortunately for the Steamers, night and from week 1 and week 2's performance. but they need a miracle right now. This will be a pass over the middle, overthrown, 4th and 5. Bossier City has to go for it.
Absolutely must. There's no choice. They have to do it. The problem that you face here, though, is if you run routes designed to get you 5 yards, you're running routes that are probably going to end with your feet in bounds instead of going out of bounds. Watch them to play to the sidelines.
Here we go, 4th and 5. Coming up. 3 wide receivers to the far side. Christensen fires it over the middle. Drive stays alive. Grabowski makes the catch, but that's the final timeout for Bossier City.
And quick stat point from the people in the truck. Christensen in the first half had 226 yards total. Prior to this 4th down conversion, he only had 10 yards in the second half.
And thanks to Fish, who's the guy in the truck, making this sound smarter than I really am. You smart, Alex. I give you credit. Here we go. Pass for the middle. Caught. First down. Grabowski breaks the tackle. Trying to get to the edge. He will. One man to beat. Will he take it to the house? No, he goes out of bounds. A great splash play. It'll be 1st and goal coming up.
And I don't hate the decision to run out of bounds there, but I kind of do. That's Johnny Savage Jr. there. 6'1", 200 pounds. Grabowski outweighs him, outheights him, is just a bigger dude. You throw the shoulder down there, and you make him send you out of bounds. You don't let him bring you down in bounds. If he starts to grab you, just lunge to your left, but lower the shoulder.
Grabowski has a 50-pound advantage over Savage Jr. We'll see if that decision go out and come back to haunt Bossier City. But if they score here, we got an interesting game coming up. Pass over the middle, incomplete. Nowhere near Xavier Knight. It'll be 2nd and goal.
He's trying to lead Knight, but one of the things about being so close to the goal line is that the refs kind of swallow their whistles on PI because you're allowed to have incidental contact within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, and these crossing routes all come within that.
2nd down and goal. Ball at the 6 of Lexington. No backfield. Shanahan fires it to the end zone. Great job by the defense. Number 40, Renfro, who already has a pick, comes up with that pass deflection.
Quick game update from the other side from the other game going on. Chicago and Jose are all tied up at 17. 4:28 to go in the 4th quarter. The Warriors have never lost an SFL game. They are 9-0, but it is flight ball.
See if San Jose can end the streak. Right now, Bossier City is trying to cut into this 17-point deficit. Pass to the right side, tipped, and it's incomplete. Johnny Savage Jr. with the pass disruption, and it'll be 4th and goal coming up.
And I'm not going to belabor the point, but I'm going to say it one more time. You lower the shoulder there and you make him take you out of bounds, because if you break that tackle, this is a touchdown instead of a field goal.
I'll be real with you. I would attempt to go for a touchdown here. They do need the field goal either way, so.
I would too. It feels like you need 7.
23-yard attempt by Smith is good. It's now a 14-point deficit with 1:07 left. We got an onside kick attempt coming up, and if Bossier City doesn't get it, it's effectively ball game.
Not only is it effectively ball game, it kind of feels like it's do or die time. Even if they get the onside, they have no timeouts.
But if they want to stay in the game, they got to convert this. Here we go, onside kick. And it's fielded. And there's a chance to take it to the house. Number 31 will get his first kick return for a touchdown. Lexington pours it on.
A completely busted onside kick that goes straight to a gray jersey, and there are no white jerseys in front of him. Nothing but green open space as far as the eye can see. Look at him go.
Too easy. Herndon with the onside kick return for a touchdown, and that is effectively coffin nails. Lexington is now up by 20. Could be 21 after this extra point attempt. If you're in the YouTube chat, obviously the side that is for Lexington is happy, and the side for Bossier City is frustrated.
You know, Bossier City still finally managed to answer back and stop the 30 unanswered points, but immediately give up 7 after only scoring 3. That's not a winning equation right there. Bossier City was the one that hung 40 points on their opponent, Albuquerque Adams. But now they're getting hung 40 on.
A return by Shanahan Jr. breaking the first tackle, but it gets stopped at the 26-yard line. 56 seconds left in this game. But yeah, what's good for the geese is good for the gander.
Truly, and if you're a Bossier City fan, you have to ask yourself, do you believe in miracles?
Like every play has to result in a touchdown right now for them to get back into this game.
It would have to be the most unbelievable set of circumstances ever. This pass rush is going to be eating.
Remember, Xavier Knight caught passes for 209 yards last week, but it's going to be a quick pass to number 85, Grabowski, who unfortunately did not go out of bounds, so now they got to burn some clock and hurry up. 1st and 10. And they will spike it with 43 seconds left, and this time, that will be the one time you want your tight end to go out of bounds.
For sure. It's the wrong time to decide that, I'm bigger than the linebacker. No, you're bigger than the safeties and you're bigger than the corners. You're not bigger than the linebacker.
Here we go, 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pass to the right side, caught, but it was caught inbounds, so we got to hurry up and spike it. Nolan Pierce with the reception, 34 seconds and counting.
And it's a valiant effort by these Steamers offense. They're playing until the final whistle goes. I love that.
29 seconds left. Yeah, every pass has to go towards the sidelines, preferably after they make the catch, go out of bounds to even make a miracle. It would be great for them if they score a touchdown this play. They need it badly.
And every receiver is giving their all on every route. They're trying to impress GMs. They know it's not just about what the final score for the team is. It's also about the long term. It's also about your development. And if you show that you're a quitter, you can expect trouble coming your way. None of these guys are quitters. Oh, no.
That's a pick and potentially a house call for 6. Mike Burr, his 2nd interception. And he just says, how does it look, Bossier City? Because now you got a 50 burger.
What a show for the home crowd. The Miners have just become the monsters in the second half. The Orange Crush has not relented one bit. Even though the game is over, the offense is still playing, and so is the defense. Mike Bird with an incredible jump there and just sees oceans of space in front of him.
Mike Bird gets his first pick 6 of the season. Believe it or not, he was entering this week's action. Oh, actually, I'm going to correct that. Never mind on that one. We're just say that pick 6 effectively ends the game. It was already over, but that was the true nail of the coffin. 51-23. And time permitting, after this game, head towards the Chicago-San Jose game. They could go into overtime with 47 seconds left in that one. Shanahan with the return. 13 seconds left. Ball at their own 33-yard line for Bossier City.
And this will be the final drive. We'll get 1, 2, maybe 2 plays, I think.
Remember, next Friday, Lexington will host Nashville, while Bossier City will host Pittsburgh. "13 seconds left. No backs in the backfield. Trips formation near side. Bossier City is now playing for pride here. Christensen fires it over the middle, caught by Grabowski, and that could effectively do it. I don't think they're going to make it back to the line in time. And that's how this game will end. Lexington pours it on, only giving up 3 points in the second half. They win it 51-23 here in Lucy Red Stadium, winning their first game in the stadium. What a performance by the Miners.
An unbelievable performance by the secondary going up against the league's leading passing attack. Their response, we're just going to casually pick off the league's leading quarterback 5 times, I believe. At least 4. We're going to get a pick 6. We're going to take a onside kick attempt. We're going to return it for a touchdown. Look at the scoring in the third and fourth quarter. 27 points for Lexington in the fourth alone. Outscores BCS' entire offensive output for the game. Just an incredible showing overall. And I think that my player of the game honestly goes to Mike Bird, who had some incredible plays today.
Doing a pick 6 to seal it. I'll agree with you there. The Lexington defense could get the game ball as far as I'm concerned. Everyone at SFL Nation, thank you for tuning in. Remember, head towards the Chicago-San Jose game. They could be going to overtime. It's 17-all there. For the Commissioner, Cameron Irvine, back at SFL headquarters, this is T-Roy Gaines with Alex West. We're signing off. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next week.